So week 2. Yeah.
Made it to week 2.
Yeah, made it to week 2. Caused a bit of controversy last week, apparently.
Yeah, apparently for a sort of disgruntled viewer. So
yeah, we've got some interesting topics to talk about this week, I think.
Should be.
There's been a lot in the news.
A lot of strange things going on.
Yeah.
A lot of strange things.
Let's just throw ourselves straight into it. There's been outrage this last couple of weeks, I'd say, but mainly this week over gamer girl Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
So she's been flogging water she's bathed in.
Bath water.
Apparently.
30 quid a pop.
30 quid. The Guardian asked, who's buying it?
Well, the question to that is, all you have to do is kind of look at her and look at the content she produces and what she does as an online personality. And you'll see, just by looking at her, the type of fans she'll have. Some of them are losers. I mean, if you're buying bathwater from anybody, then you're a bit of a loser.
Strange. Very strange.
So that's just, like I said, I don't want to offend anybody, but like if you buy bathwater off a 19-year-old or whatever she is online, you're a loser. I'm sorry.
You're a bit of a weirdo.
You're a
dirty bastard.
Some of the fans jumped to her defence and claimed that she was just having a bit of fun. Apparently, a sense of humour she's got.
Yeah, but that's because they're the ones getting the bathwater.
So she also claimed there was a demand for it, claiming fans would ask.
I don't doubt that.
Fans would ask for it, so they'd drop a little comment on her Instagram post, and she thought, "Here we go, let's make a bit of money."
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, she wouldn't have started selling it if there wasn't a demand. If there wasn't her management didn't come to her and say, "Let's start selling your bathwater." If they thought no one was going to buy it, and especially
it's obviously like a market.
Yeah, they've obviously seen a gap in the market where people are wanting it, and the fact that it's $30 per unit and it's only a very small pack, like it's only a very small amount in terms of how much water you get in a bath.
It's expanded her name as well. I mean, I never heard of her before.
I never heard of her.
So,
and I didn't even know her name.
You know what they say. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
No, well, that's the thing, isn't
and
it?
I think this is just another case of that.
Yeah. Just get her name out there. Everyone knows her name now. Well, the
Exactly.
name was Bathwater Girl, but
yeah, it looks a bit like a cartoon character.
Well, I think she does some like cosplay anime stuff as well.
Yeah, it looks like it. She dresses up as it. I'm actually looking at a picture of her right now.
And I think that's where I've seen a couple. I saw a video, and it was a bit well, not bad. It was just a bit strange that there's like grown men out there, watching that and then buying the bathwater from that girl.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying to society that there's people out there that willing to do that. Like, what else could they do? What else are they willing to do?
And the fact that she looks super young.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people are saying that it's like she doesn't look 19.
No.
She's dressed up as like a girl, like a school girl.
Well, at first I thought, why is this like kids selling bathwater?
I think that's what's dangerous about it.
Yeah.
People are probably acting as if she's not.
Yeah.
The people that are fans probably imagining that she's not 19.
Yeah, and like it's legal, but it's touchy.
It's one of them. It's like a very fine line. It's opening it to interpretation. Like if you want, you can pretend she's not.
Because she doesn't look it.
Yeah. So it's very weird.
There's been alleged reports, and the word alleged is very important there, that none of her DNA was actually found in the bathwater, which is leaving her, wait for the pun, in hot water.
Oh, dear me.
Good that one.
Good on that. DNA. Oh, no DNA. That means someone's done a DNA test on that water.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's somebody that has bought the water or got hold of the water and is trying to catch her out by doing it, or it's someone that is really obsessed and wants to make sure there's parts of her in it.
Dirty bastard!
Either way, it's weird. Because if you're the first one, if you're just trying to catch her out, you're still buying it. You're still sort of allowing this to happen. Because you're part of the problem. You still paid her $30 for it.
Social media took no time to mock her. As you can probably tell, making memes out of her. A fake news establishment also claimed people got herpes from the water.
I saw that, and I actually saw that reported. I can't remember what news, but it was on.
That's grim.
I think it was just on numerous sites that they were they were hinting that it did. But like you said, I think it came from a fake news, like a satire sort of site where they're taking the mick a bit, and people. But because of the situation, it's not that far out to believe that could have happened. Because when I read it, I thought that is 100% a possibility.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like one of those things, and the fact that people will know it's not true, and even if they find out it's not true, they'll still be like sharing
they'll still share it because it's funny. It is kind of funny, and it's kind of giving a dig at her and the fans. And it's one of I think it's one of the things. It's like if you've done something like that, you do something as controversial as that. And as quite strange as that, because it is very strange. Like it's not, you don't see it every day. You don't see like celebrities selling the bathwater to fans. Like, you know what I mean? It's not something that normally happens. You probably have to be prepared for some, sort of what could be quite harsh, and but very like sort of. I think deep down it's light-hearted. It's like banter.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to be prepared for that because people are going to mock it. Because it is strange.
Very strange.
And people that are saying it's not strange, well, you need to have a look at yourself in the mirror.
So this is a story from last month, I think it was, but we both really wanted to talk about. It happened in London. Police made 5 arrests in an alleged homophobic attack which happened on a bus. And the huge thing about this story, as well as it being a hate crime and a horrid thing, was the age of the attackers. They all aged between 15 and 18. So recent reports have shown that hate crime has risen in the last 4 years from 1,400 reported to 2,300. Obviously, there's the rise in hate crime and obviously it's a national issue and a societal issue.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? That incident kind of represents or highlights a lot of problems that are still in society that have always been there, but now like you'd have thought that would be better at it by now in this day and age. You'd have thought people would be a lot more switched on and a lot more aware and a lot more. In this day and age, with everything we've got, we're not living in like the 50s anymore.
Yeah.
Like, times have changed, people's views are changing, yet it still feels, with these sort of things you see in news, and happens quite a lot, like, in terms of loads of different, happening to loads of different people, that it's still there, still got a problem with it. And like you said, them girls got attacked by some kids, basically. Kids.
Yeah. And the thing is, the age of the attackers is interesting because it's like they've been taught this, like this has been bred in them, isn't it?
I think if they're between 15 and 18, the only people they're learning off are people directly close to them.
Yeah.
So friends, family,
and the media.
So that is obviously, and I think that's a problem because that is when it becomes a societal problem when people are in like households and growing up in families where this is probably open, maybe. Some of them, maybe they're from households where homophobic comments, homophobia is normal. So when they see people that are gay, they think it's alright to do that kind of stuff.
So I'll delve into the story which has been reported. So one of the girls, gave her girlfriend who was on the bus with her a kiss or a hug or something of that sort. Next thing, they're surrounded by these group of boys saying really aggressive stuff, things about sexual positions, about them being lesbians, and claiming that they should kiss, and being quite aggressive about that. So obviously, there's with issues like this, there needs to be a zero tolerance of it, because obviously it progresses from something. So it can progress from like a hate comment online, which to one person might see and there's like it's just a name. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then the desensitization to affecting people and offending people.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. Yeah.
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 Because one minute you're sending a message on Twitter to somebody, the next minute someone's getting beat up.
Yeah.
Or someone's getting attacked. Just to expand on this, this is not just a homophobic problem.
No.
It is a problem, but it's towards people of colour, people of different religions, women, just generally people that other people don't like.
Yeah, like minorities in society.
Yeah, it might even be just the way they dressed.
Yeah.
Or the way that they look. And that's what I mean. It's like a very sort of and a lot of these people that have maybe a lot if and it's the same sort of people that are at the it's the same sort of people that have all these similar views. You don't know. You normally find one person that has that kind of view, and they've normally got like they might be racist, homophobic.
Yeah, it's all
misogynistic.
linked. Yeah,
it's all these sort of ideologies are linked together. They're not individual. They're all linked together. They're all in the same sort of category in terms of just hating other people.
Yeah.
And the majority of people, especially the violence, doing it is men.
Yeah.
And like you said, it can be between 15-year-old kids on a bus doing it, but then there's like grown adult men with families doing stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that it went to the extent of physical assault, is like it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing.
You wouldn't think it'd happen.
It was.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's what highlights for someone who's as like males and white males, we're privileged to not experience discrimination on that level.
We're quite ignorant.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
white males, ignorant to how certain things can affect you when you get insulted, and how inappropriate comments are.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they were saying all this stuff, and then they obviously didn't go along with it.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't like it, so then they got beat up because of it. And that's kind of the answer, and it's like, you don't do what I say, I'll attack you.
Pretty much.
And it comes to violence.
That's the whole fragile masculinity thing, because it's the masculinity is so fragile.
Like their manhood is being threatened.
Yeah.
Because someone is speaking back to them.
Yeah, because
he's talking back to them. He's challenging them on their their strange sense of superiority, superiority complex.
As well, it's just the refusal of sexual advances, in society. It's
a lot of men think that they're just because they're a man.
Yeah.
They are just willing.
It should be like a privilege for them to it's like
just to do whatever they want.
Yeah, they only serve one purpose.
Yeah,
and
like everyone is at their disposal.
Yeah, exactly.
And that no matter what they do, it's not bad. It's not wrong. If someone else does it, it's wrong and it's bad. But if they do it, it's not. Yeah. And it's very hypocritical. It's very misogynistic.
I think the issue we've got and the responsibility we've got as men, I think we're all equally responsible. I think we've got a obligation to speak up, and I think the men who aren't speaking up and almost shying away from it.
It's kind of silence doesn't help the victim. It helps the person doing it doesn't help the oppressed. It helps the oppressor.
Yeah, exactly. And
that can translate into all types of things.
I think if men actually stood up and talked about it, and we saw the divide,
the dividing,
called out
men for doing it.
Yeah, and we saw the divide in men who were doing it and then men who weren't. If you could highlight and like, and almost inspect
separate,
the men who
like,
aren't, you narrow down their like political and social
well, that's
agendas.
the thing, isn't it? Because I think the men that do this and the men that do these kind of crimes, kind of, I don't know whether it's maybe it's subliminally know that if there's another man around, no matter what they do, that man is kind of deep down. They probably think he's not going to do anything about it because it's kind of this sort of like sort of spoken code between men. Do you know what I mean? Just to like keep it on download, don't say like a bro code kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know the person, I think that's very dangerous because a lot of men
weird,
don't.
though,
Like, a lot of men will see things happening.
Yeah.
And won't
like
react.
a lot of my I have a lot of friends who I'm proud to say if a woman was like if a woman was getting like if someone was chatting to a woman and she was uncomfortable with it, we'd step in, and I'm glad I've got like a circle of friends who have that. But there is individuals and groups of people that aren't like that.
No, there's people that will just turn a blind eye because they're a friend or because it's uncomfortable for them.
Yeah.
And especially people don't want to go out the way. People don't want to let it affect them.
Yeah.
It's very like me first kind of attitude.
Yeah.
It's very strange, and then it turns into violence. Like you see people getting killed because of it.
Yeah.
You see people getting attacked. You see people getting like it's such a slippery slope from saying a comment to then someone being dead because of it.
Yeah.
And there's so much in between that could have stopped it. But it's like a domino effect.
Yeah. And
once one happens, and it just snowballs into something so big that it becomes a bit unstoppable, really, towards the end, because like a man, like I saw something and it was a man asked a woman out in a club. She said no.
Yeah.
Then she walked afterwards. She was walking outside. He practically chased her down and beat her up because she said no. And then he just carried on. And then he just went back and carried on.
It's crazy.
And it was like that confidence.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
And have no like problem with it and not think it's bad and just go back, carry your night on. Such a strange mindset to have. And I think it's very dangerous that people, because you don't know what he could have done.
I know, yeah. Well, like, I mean, look what he did do.
Well, look what he did do.
What he was capable of.
Exactly. So what about next time?
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that he's done it once and there's been no consequences from it. Well,
that's the problem. That's the problem. You normally see stuff in the news when these things happen, and you never really hear of. They're normally saying about the victim or what was the victim doing, sort of victim blaming. Yeah. To try and justify what that person did or why that person beat that girl up. Yeah. Oh well, you must have done something to upset him. Not necessarily. All she said was no, I don't want to go out with you.
Yeah. It's and people will argue. Obviously, certain groups of men will argue that like men are objectified, and that's like a completely valid point, and I understand that. But the difference is, and it's a huge difference, is that the way women are objectified in society in general is so aggressive. Social media, hot topic. Yeah. Can't live with it. Can't live without it.
Well, yeah.
So there's been some changes to Instagram this week.
Yeah, well, all that's been planned has been something announced that I think they've been hinting at it for a while. That they are gonna. I'm not sure when it comes into place, but I'm sure it'll be soon. That they are gonna remove, like, it showing how many likes someone gets on a post.
Okay.
And I think this comes from what I've read.
So are they proposing like you see how many likes?
That's the thing. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if they're just going to take away the likes. I don't know whether they're going to just take that away. I'm not sure whether it's going to be unavailable for you to see, or whether you just like it and it doesn't have a number. I think that's probably going to be more what it's going to be. That the love art will still be there. You will click on it and like it.
Yeah.
but then there won't be a number, and you I don't know. Like that's the thing. They haven't really. They've just sort of said we're going to remove likes from Instagram. So there's probably a different way they could go at it.
It could be a way of just avoiding people from getting in trouble, liking stuff.
Well, you don't know. You don't know if someone's
going.
going, oof,
you don't know.
Shit, I shouldn't. Mrs. found out about me liking that. So.
Well, I find it interesting, this topic, because I remember a few years ago. When Facebook decided they were going to they was going to add like reactions to posts and pictures, and there was outrage. Everyone was saying like it'll cause bullying, and people were reacting like laughing and stuff, and like it did the complete opposite.
No, yeah.
It really did. Yeah. It expanded.
Yeah, it made it did. It expanded it in terms of people could respond in a different way. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was It wasn't all about likes. It was like, oh, someone found that funny. Because I think the
exactly.
problem
Or they loved it, or they found it
with
sad.
a like is people can like it sarcastically. People can like it ironically. Yeah. So you get a like, and if you know it's from a certain person, you're like, they're not liking it because they're like, do you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of stuff that can be hidden behind, and it sounds weird saying a like, but it is. It's like a weapon. It's used. It's very like it's very like weaponized, and I think that's what because a lot of people sort of rely on likes on a day-to-day basis on their Instagram, especially Instagram, because it's a photo sharing website.
Yeah.
I think that's where it came from. It came from people being so obsessed with the amount of likes they'd get that it was affecting them, like mental health problems. That they made the people thinking that if they don't get a certain amount of likes on Instagram, then what's the point? It sort of took over their life a little bit. And I think Instagram probably want to step away from that because it's supposed to be quite an innocent platform. And
as well, they want to remove responsibility.
Yeah, they're trying to cover their own like backsides because they don't want like if anything happens like if
which I'm sure it has.
And
you know.
And just off the top of my head, I can recall I think a few instances where things have happened and like sort of serious things have happened. Bad things have happened because of Instagram, and it's one of the things, and it's like it seems so trivial to some people that it's a like people, but it means but to some people it's a lot more than that.
I remember, not even that long ago. I think it was maybe like a year or two ago, and it's weird discussing this topic now because like a year ago they brought something in, and I don't know if it's still relevant now. And it still applies now, but it was where like most likes appeared at the top of your newsfeed.
Yeah, the algorithm sort of.
Yeah, and that was weird.
That was very
because
strange.
Because I was seeing like people that I followed like celebrities or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't really want to see that.
Yeah,
shit.
And it was stuff that wasn't even recent.
Yeah.
It was stuff that.
So I understand where.
I think they kind of did put like it became a bit of a contest. Who can get the most likes? Who's the most popular? Like, because you click on and you see a celebrity that's got 3 million likes, but the post from 3 weeks ago, you're still seeing it. Yeah. And it's like, do you know what I mean? It gives you that sort of mindset that more likes means more relevant.
Well, the only way I can look at it from is, did they do that to keep celebrities on the app?
Possibly. So maybe it was like a way of like, because then celebrities can market stuff on there.
Exactly.
Because if like, all these celebrities, a lot of them have their own brands or they're advertising stuff. If they get a load of likes on it, that means that it's going to be sat there for longer, more people are going to see it, and it makes more money. So it's like and I think it was probably that. It was probably something related to that. But Instagram isn't just that. Instagram is a thing for regular people. Like, do you know what I mean? People use it for all sorts of things, and it's a lot more to people than just that. A lot of people use it as the only. Some people will post a picture to Instagram, and depending on how many likes they get, depends on how they feel that day. It can have that much impact on somebody. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It can change their complete mood or their complete mindset.
It's powerful. It is. It's crazy we live in that bubble.
And it's that sort of want for that sort of guttural need for for like not attention, but
Like approval.
yeah, approval and knowing
Yeah.
that people like you.
Yeah.
And the fact that and especially younger people, especially like sort of teenage people, they're probably more susceptible to it.
With people's like interests, like people that have like fitness accounts or art accounts or like you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Specific. Yeah.
Yeah, something that they're like passionate about and stuff, and you'll see they'll start an account for whatever interest they have or whatever, just to put stuff out there, and then and maybe 2 weeks go past and they've got like 15 followers and they're getting 3 likes on a post, and all of a sudden they stop posting, and it's like, if the reason you're stopping posting is because you aren't getting the attention you think you deserve, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, you're not, because you're not doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because you want to have 20 likes on every post.
Yeah, you want to show off.
You're doing it just to get attention.
Yeah, you should be doing it because like you love it.
And if you
matter.
actually believe in what you're doing, first of all, the likes won't matter. And second of all, over time, if you're actually passionate about it, you'll get more followers.
Of
and
course.
Then that'll graduate to more likes. You'll get more attention, and it's just one of the things. Stuff takes time, and I think that bides into everything's instant nowadays. People go on and expect to get within 30 seconds of putting a post up, they want 50 followers. And it's like, people are doing stuff, people have lives, not everyone's sat on Instagram going, waiting for someone to post a photo. Do you know what I mean? And like, I'm as guilty as everyone. Like, you post something, you tweet something, you put something up, and you're reloading every couple of minutes. You'll be out having a meal with someone and you're on your phone checking. And it's just that system we're in, and I think that it's one of the things, is it a positive? But I think it's probably a need to try and alter the way that these sites are, because they've become something that they weren't meant to be. They've sort of these social media sites are now a monster of their own. They've become whatever they've become, whether people want to do that or not. And you can't change.
But we can't live without
it.
it.
That's the problem now. People can't live without it. So you've got to try and change it. You've got to try and alter it somehow to keep it going.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get to a point where people are going to start. You're going to start seeing that the kids are like, teenagers are like hanging themselves because they only got 10 likes on a photo. And I know that sounds dramatic and it sounds
but
horrible,
it isn't.
But like,
it's realistic.
That is how it can affect some people. Like, you don't know why someone's posting a photo. Someone might be posting a photo because they need the attention, because it's the only thing that's going to get them through that day. And taking that away, it takes away the responsibility, but it takes away the kind of tool for that to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the things, and it's like a self-deprivating thing. If you're in a low place, you don't do stuff that's going to make you happy. You're going to do stuff that's going to feed into your negativity.
So there we have it. Week 2.
Yeah, over already.
Look at that.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. Certainly does. I should probably tell you, we did this all yesterday.
We did.
And cocked it up a bit.
This is second take. Hopefully,
take.
Hopefully this one's better. If it's not,
it
then
well hot in here as well yesterday.
If it's not better, then I'm sorry, but the other ones have been deleted.
See, we're all about that. We're all about high quality production here on the Weekly Ramble.
And we're nice and honest, nice and transparent. We're not going to try and put wool over your eyes unless money's involved.
So we've got a couple of new segments coming up. We think
we'd try something different. We've got
try something different.
Next week there's not going to be a main episode because I am on my holidays. But the week after there's going to be a true crime special presented by me. I've picked a topic, a piece of crime that I've done research in, doing research at, so this holiday, I was going to do it next week, but because I'm not on holiday, it gives me an extra week it's going to be quite jam-packed with information. It's quite a big one. There's a lot of information. It's very interesting.
Prepare yourself. Might be a two-parter.
It might be a two-parter. I'm going to next week or so. I'm going to work out sort of. how much I've got, and it might end up being a two-parter because there is a lot of information on it. Some people might not have heard of it. I'm not going to give away the name of it because I want it to be a surprise. So I don't want you doing your research before I tell it, because then there's no point me doing it. So, but it should be good. I'm looking forward to it because I'm into true crime, and look forward to doing my own thing. See if I'm any good at it. So
there we go. And also we're thinking about doing a watch this week little section.
Yeah, we are. You've got a little. You've got thinking about doing one maybe next week, aren't you? While I'm away.
Yeah. Have a little think. Have a little look.
Yeah.
It's going to be something I've watched this week. If it can be a film, a TV program, documentary. Let's talk about it. My little insight, my perspective, what I liked, what I didn't like.
Like a little review.
A little review.
Yeah.
There
a
we
little
go.
film review.
A little review. Yeah.
So yeah.
A little ramble rating, we might call it.
Ramble rating.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Give it a ramble
there
rating.
We have it.
Yeah, there we have
it. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
See you next week.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Click that little bell.
Make sure you share it with your pals, even if they don't like it. Force them to listen to it. So,
all comments are accepted.
all comments, unless they're nasty. Then
unless you're a Tommy Robinson fan.
or unless you want some bathwater, then I'm not selling it.
Or you read The Sun or the Daily Mail.
Or Daily Mail. So
yeah, you're not welcome.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
Shove your comment up your arse.